Ambassador to Chad.
We are unable to verify any of the reports of a possible explosion, although we are aware that the airline is now saying a bomb was most likely.
At midnight tonight to 3 p.m. Let me repeat that. Due to the forward speed increasing of 20 miles per hour, we are going for landfall, and by landfall we mean the western edge of the wall cloud of the eye itself. That is very near the center. We're expecting that, according to AccuWeather, between midnight and 3 p.m. The increased forward speed and the increased winds are making this a very severe storm. This landfall occurs right around high tide. It means tides could exceed 15 feet. I'm quoting from AccuWeather. Waves created by the storm will be greater than 30 feet.
Good gosh.
The pileup of water could be catastrophic. And they say we'll keep you up to date, but we won't be here. All right, now let me show you the eye once again and explain to you why we're leaving. Hurricane force winds, as I say, extend out 100 miles from the center. And while the center is 240 miles away, at 20 miles an hour, the center, we see it coming in at 3 a.m. latest, perhaps earlier, since it may speed up. You heard what I just read there. So if the center reaches here with at 3 a.m. in the morning, and the hurricane force winds are 100 miles out at 20 miles an hour, that means 5 hours before the eye reaches us, hurricane force winds from the northeast will be pumping up high tide and the very, very strong winds, torrential rain, 5 hours before. That means 7 o'clock, and that means 3 hours from now. So, very wise decisions been made, I think, to leave. To repeat once again, the storm continues with 125 mile per hour winds, gusting to higher. It appears that the storm is going to come in near the time of high tide, around 2 o'clock, with catastrophic conditions in terms of storm surge, flood, and we just hope no one is still out there on those islands. Bill?
Especially in, we hope you're especially not here in downtown Charleston after a few hours, because Charlie is giving us a timetable now of 8 to 11 hours. The worst will come certainly in 8 to 11 hours from now. All right, let's go to Debbie Chard, who is standing by live at Emergency Preparedness in North Charleston with the latest from there. Debbie?
Bill, people are wanting to know where to go because there's a lot of the shelters in the area are really filling up. We have just received word that the First Baptist Church in Ravenel has 100 spaces available, so if you're in the Ravenel area and you're looking for a place to go, it is the First Baptist Church in Ravenel, but there is only room for 100 people there. The Ladson Elementary School still has some room for people in the Ladson area, and Stall High School will be opening up, or is opening up. Do go to Stall High School. Let's review some of the shelters that are full. Wando High School is full. People who are east of the Cooper have decided they want to go now. Go to Moultrie Middle School. James Island, all of the shelters there are full. You should go to St. John's High School if you're still looking for a place to go. And if that is the case, you need to do it as quickly as possible. Hot Gap School is full. Those people are supposed to be going to C.E. Williams. St. Andrews, it's the same situation. Therefore, go to C.E. Williams. Johns Island folks should go to St. John's High School or C.E. Williams. But again, Stall High School is opening up, so that will give some relief for people in the north area. And Red Cross people are here trying to make arrangements for even more spaces. For those of you who are still looking for a place to go, it's not a bad idea. If you live in low-lying areas in the Berkeley County area, there are shelters in Goose Creek High School, Hanahan High School, Stratford High School, Cainhoy High School, Sangaree Elementary School, Marrington Elementary School, St. Stephen's School, Berkeley High School, Macedonia High School, and Cross High School. So for those of you who are in that Berkeley County area, there are plenty of places for you to go. The Dorchester EOC has an advisory that the Austin School in Somerville will open at 4 o'clock. So You have about 10 minutes to pack up and head that way. 4 o'clock, they are opening the Austin School in Somerville. So, Bill, there's a look at some of the places where shelters have space for people to go. It's not too late to go. Find a place to seek shelter and be safe during this storm.
All right, Debbie, thank you for that update. You know, I had said we have 8 to 11 hours before the maximum power of this hurricane hits, but Charlie just told me that by 7 p.m., that's 3 hours from now, roughly, the winds are going to be 75 miles per hour. That's too late to decide. If you're going to leave, I guess the folks better leave right now. You're not going to have much time left. If you're going to leave, leave now. If not, stay. But make your decision and make it quickly. We'll continue with our coverage of the arrival of Hurricane Hugo right after this.
Presenting the designer smile, created by Effie Smile. Alluring, dazzling, so very brilliant. Effie Smile, the everyday cosmetic whitener for your teeth. This is a first. Effie Smile. Now when you smile, you can measure the whiteness. This year, it's the designer smile. Effie Smile. Whiteness you can measure. Another beauty breakthrough from Effie products.
Rutledge College, your success is our business.
I've only been a wife and mother, but Rutledge College gave me the training and self-esteem I needed to get my job in the medical field.
Rutledge really took the fear of computers out of my life. Their hands-on training got me my job.
At Rutledge College, they have the resources available to help me, along with instructors who can.
Call 554-5091 now to learn more about our job training programs. Financial aid for those who qualify. Rutledge College, to help you learn a living.
Can you believe it?
She's really asleep. What kind of person falls asleep at her own mother's funeral?
If a person has narcolepsy, staying awake is a constant battle. No matter how much sleep they've had, they're always tired. Narcolepsy is a disorder that people cannot control by themselves, so help someone wake up to a new life. Call the American Narcolepsy Association.
Knowledge king.
You have to stay in school, on the right path. Life's all about English, science, and math. Education, intelligence, cool, that's irrelevant. Skipping and cutting is all about nothing.
When you're not in school, it presents a little problem. You are given math questions, and you can't solve them.
Knowledge is king, yo, it's the point I'm trying to make. You must face reality before it is too late. It's good to be there. Be in school, stay in school. School, 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 school.
You know, it's a weird sight to see the station being dismantled here at Channel 5 at our studios, but that's exactly what we're doing right now. You can't see it, but we have workers taking out all the important equipment. We're shutting off our downtown location in about 8 minutes from now, but we will continue to broadcast as long as we can with our emergency generator from our site at the Emergency Preparedness Office, where Debbie Charge has been informing you all day. Let me give you this number again. If for some reason you cannot get out of the Lowcountry and you need help, call 554-5951. 554-5951. That is the Emergency Preparedness Office. If you can get through, the office will try to get you a ride at this late date to take you out of the Lowcountry. Now, shelters that are full, I think you've heard this before, but it bears repeating. Unfortunately, because our equipment has been removed, we can't show you the words on the screen. We're operating at a bare-bones minimum right now, folks. But the shelters that are full, St. Andrews, you should go instead to C.E. Williams. Wando is full. Go to Moultrie. Hot Gap is full. Once again, go to C.E. Williams. The only school on James or Johns Island that is open for a shelter is Johns Island High School. That is the only school on the two islands that is open for a shelter. Charlie, I can't think of anything else I need to say right now. You want to recap what you've got for us?
I think very quickly one more time, Bill, that would be well perhaps each time I look at the Live 5 radar, we find more and more very, very severe cells of thunderstorm activity. And remember, thunderstorms are capable of producing tornadoes to add to the already havoc weather that we really don't need. All of this, again, is moving eastward, preceding the advance of Hurricane Hugo, moving eastward at about 25 miles per hour. And this will keep going on and on for hours and hours yet, increasing in intensity as that wind-driven rain continues moving toward the South Carolina coast. The latest position, and this is the position at 3 o'clock by the National Weather Service. And this gave us the information we needed to indicate, and as Bill mentioned earlier, we were talking about winds of 75 miles per hour at 7 o'clock. That is based upon this information that hurricane force winds extend out 100 miles preceding the eye. And the eye can reach us on this speed of 20 miles an hour with the actually they say a little more than 20 miles an hour, so that's a little bit uncertain. That speed can be covered in another 12 hours, which would be 3 o'clock in the morning or around midnight. So it's just time for us to say goodbye. Again, the storm surge is the serious part of this storm. 9 out of 10 people who are lost in storms are lost through drowning. They're not killed by the wind. The wind itself does not destroy life if you have any protection at all from the wind. But drowning is a very serious situation. And the storm surge, that is the bow wave preceding the push near the eye of that storm, is expected to produce water 8 to 12 feet above normal. And that's above a normal tide, whether it be low or a high tide. That's 8 to 12 more feet of water possible. And that will result in a tide as high as 15 or 16 feet, and AccuWeather predicted waves on top of those as high as 30 feet, which would cover the second floor of buildings in the Charleston Peninsula. So this is a very serious, a very catastrophic event that we are about to experience. Harold, you want to step in here a minute and say something to our public? You don't have to be dressed.
Come on in, Harold.
You've made the decision for us to leave. It's Harold Crump, our Mr. Everything.
Well, I have no microphone, so I can't say much.
You can lean close to me. This is one of those moments you can stand. He is our manager, our vice president, our owner, and my father.
Well, yes, and proud to be so, Charlie. If I say so, very proud to be so. I just want to say to the people of the Lowcountry that we'll all go through this together. We'll make every opportunity available to you to get you back on the air, Charlie, just as soon as we possibly can. Our primary goal in all of this has been from the beginning and will continue to be the safety of our viewers. I don't know when we'll see you again, folks, but it will be just as soon as it possibly can be when this is over. So don't give up on us. Just keep clicking back and forth, and we'll be back to see you as soon as we possibly can. We appreciate the tremendous support we've had over these last 24 hours, and we're going to try to live up to the confidence that you've extended to us, and we just wish you all well. We've got to weather this thing together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Harold Crump, our president and owner. Bill, goodbye, everyone.
Well, Charlie, that's it. Anything else you want to say? Come on over and chat. You know, you said it a minute ago. You said you've never seen anything like this in 46 years.
Well, I'm saving this for a souvenir. I'll put it that way. We are simply doing what we've been telling our viewers to do for almost 24 hours now, paying close attention and taking the best advice that we've received and making decisions to act upon it. And it's a new experience to leave before the ship sinks, but I don't want to swim. And so we will make every effort, as Mr. Crump mentioned, to get back on the air as quickly as possible. So those of you with battery-powered television sets, or those of you back inland who will perhaps continue to have power in Orangeburg, Walterboro, continue to check Channel 5, and if there's a way to do it, our engineering department will get us back on the air.
My house is in one of those subdivisions that is predicted to be underwater. So where are we heading, up to Somerville?
Yes, we're going to Somerville. And Bill, those material things that we've left behind are simply just that, things. And I love my pets, and I've taken care of to see that they're safe, and my wife is safe. I'm not necessarily in that order, and I'm going to be safe. So
I just got my dogs taken care of too. So I'm like you. Charlie, we were going to go back to the emergency preparedness office. We do have that. All right, I guess it's time to say goodbye, Charlie.
Okay.
Let's wish them good luck.
And we hope to be back on the air as rapidly as our engineering department can get us, and good luck.
We hope you all weather this well. That's it from our studios in downtown Charleston, folks. We're now closing up shop. We hope to see you sometime tomorrow, as early as possible.
We now go back live to Debbie Chard at the Emergency Preparedness Office in North Charleston. Debbie?
Bill, we are here live at the Emergency Preparedness Office. That's off Leeds Avenue in the north. There are many of people who are still trying to get out to get shelters, and a lot of those shelters are filling up.